Happy Valentine's Day to those that really celebrate the holidays. It's your boy Maj checking in with you live on Outside the Box Thinking. This is episode number 4. And on this episode and what we do on this series, and just think about the thoughts and talk about the things that most people don't really have the heart to say or don't really talk about. And that's here on this channel. I do that. And you will find a lot more other things, but on this series in itself, that's what you're going to find. And if you really vibe with the content, definitely let me know in the comments below. Like, share, subscribe if you're vibing with it as well. MAJSAYY here on the channel, as well as the Instagram. Now, we're going to get to today's topic. It's going to be a short one, but it's going to be one that is much deserved. And I want to touch on the topic of Valentine's Day. Who celebrates Valentine's Day? Who celebrates it? Let me know in the live. Let me know in the channel or the comment section below. I celebrate it now. I used to be the type of person where I was like, hey man, I do not get down with the get down with the sheepish shit and all the people just talking about a holiday. That's not me. And I had to take a step back now that I've experienced a little bit more time on this planet and understanding what is the reason behind it. And it's not necessarily about us, it's about the other people in our lives. Because I never really was raised with the concept of sharing Valentine's Day outside of what they teach in school. And, you know, I'm always the person to think outside of or against the grain, so to speak, and also always be the black sheep, that I'm just not with it. When everybody's doing something, I'm doing the opposite. When everyone's zigging, I'm zagging. So with this, you know, I realized that, okay, let's view things from a different standpoint and understand why people want to celebrate things like Valentine's Day, you know. And I'm not going to talk about it in the sense of what it means verbatim, like the history and all that type of stuff. You want to find that, you can find that somewhere else. On this channel, I'm going to tell y'all like the conversations that nobody really wants to have. And for me, I wasn't given that example as to how others should be sharing the love for others with the true aspect of love, the true meaning of love from inside, not just because it's a holiday, but because they truly mean it and they really want to express that to the other person. For me, it's been very difficult to express that because I wasn't given that example. And I love you has never really been something that's been shared underneath my household that much up until I've been later in my years and been able to say the words I love you to another human. Like saying that when I first said it, I was like, whoa, this is weird. It felt like I was speaking a different language that I never knew I can speak. So when those words flew out, I was like, wow, this is interesting. So at that time, they had to have been around high school, later in those years. And, you know, I would tell somebody else that I love you outside of my own family. And I was like, of course I love my family. But I just told a whole stranger that I love her. And she was my first girlfriend. And I was thinking, like, why am I telling a stranger I love her and I'm not telling my family that I love them? Whoa, huge disconnect, right? And at that time, I didn't understand that I was in that season where I was trying to learn love as an essence of, not necessarily I was born into it, because when you're you know, you love your family, you're born into that family. But this was more of a relationship type of love that you kind of learn about that other person and also learn about yourself as well. And being at that stage in my life back in high school, I was like, okay, I guess I love this person. And then realizing that wasn't really love, it's like puppy love. That was the version of it. That was the little infant version of love that I understood. And now it's like the whole grown version of love where, man, really got to make sacrifices out here. And I know there's people out here making sacrifices, and this is a sacrifice in itself with me saying that, yeah, I'll open to celebrating Valentine's Day. Say it. Before I was like, man, this is a little pussy ass holiday, wishy-washy shit. Because I don't know about y'all, I used to work in the restaurant industry, and I used to work in retail as well, and I see people buy stuff for their significant other, and I would realize that, okay, if they're buying this, like, what's the intent? You could kind of see that they're drawn back from what they're actually doing. They're kind of just on that sheep mode. They're not really, you know, because it's based off of the conversations that we're having here. It's just like oh, I have to do this, I'm obligated to. or they quickly go in and go back to their car instead of think about what that person wants and whatnot. So when I was observing these people, I was like, okay, at least they're doing something. Out of one day in the year, they're thinking about that other person that they love, whether it be their mom, their grandma, their sister, their brother, whoever, their dad, whoever, cousin. They're thinking about that person and they're loving on that person. And I think we need a lot. I know we need a lot more of that in this world, is just loving on other people randomly. And it doesn't even have to be like, yes, randomly, but also just like in your family, but just be that vibe, like, be on that frequency of love, and not in a corny hippie way, but just a legit vibe of it doesn't have to be, it should not be corny and fake, but in a way where people just understand who you are and they know that you're a good person, because it doesn't cost anything to be a good person. No matter what time you are in your life, no matter what season you're in your life, if you're grinding, you're hustling, you're retired, or if you're just getting started or whatever, you just love. And I'm going to say this on my final thoughts on this video as I'm pulling up to the crib, is that I learned this from my son, is he is his self. He is himself. Just love at the purest form. He doesn't judge. He doesn't really have ego at all at this point of his life. Just seeing him in public and with myself and with other people interacting, it's just straight love. It's just straight love. Even when he's just sleeping by himself, I just feel the love and the joy. And being a father, man, it's just really allowed me to experience a new realm of love, a new realm of not being non-judgmental when loving on other people and sharing that love. Because I think other people are too ashamed to want to say I love you to other people on this planet and mean it. Like, you don't have to mean it in a way where people are just saying like, oh, you should love me and love me only, but no, it's non-selfish. Like, you agree about saying I love you back, because that's not what it's about. It's just being like, yo, I love you, end of story. I don't care if you love me back. That's just it. It is. I just wanted to say I love you. I really hope that this day was something special to you and you were able to share it with somebody, whether it's any interaction, no matter how long it lasts you. I hope it lasts a lifetime and it means something for you. With these closing words, y'all have a wonderful one. Remember to like, share, subscribe to this content. If you really vibe with it, let me know. I'm going to keep doing the outside of the box thinking for, I don't know, maybe 100. We'll try to do 100, inshallah. And the next one I will be doing will probably be tomorrow. I'll give y'all as to how the business is going. Oh shit, I'm gonna crash into everything in this garage. I don't really have any space here. Yo, she did not give me no room. Okay, anyways, y'all, I gotta go. Thanks for tuning in. MAJSAYY. All right, I think I'm hitting shit. Peace, y'all.